of the lemma liberos figura lavi. Trace liberos figura lavi. Sidebar metadata Mr. Crowley. Libus liberos figura lavi. Concordance Aleister Crowley. Libus liberos figura lavi. Aleister Crowley liber. Libus liberos figura lavi. Liberos figura lavi. Libus liberos figura lavi. The law of the strong, this is our law, and the joy of the world. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Thou hast no right but to do thy will, do that, and no other shall say nay. Every man and every woman is a star. There is no God but man. One man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. Man has the right to eat what he will, to drink what he will.
Place near me where it's out of this world. I love Italian. Some of these house dressing.
Dr. Jordan, I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
You're such a lovable, affable, funny, intelligent man. Where is Mrs. Humperdinck in your life?
Good question. Well, I'm courting a gal who I don't know where it's going, but we'll see. Maybe something will come of it. Unlike you, I like the old gals, not the younger ones. I like the older ones. Like Dippity is way too young for me. She's like just youth, as far as I'm concerned.
Whatever. I think we're the same age.
We call you jailbait Dippity.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That omelet was busting.
She said, I got avocado on this thing. What you know about that?
That omelet was buzzing.
Good for you. Yeah, that sounds like a good dinner.
When I was gonna skip it altogether, yeah, it was not half bad.
Are my dogs in the house?
Who let the dogs out?
There's Georgia.
And it was so quick. That made it even better.
Cornbread. You in here? Oh, good girl. Right, you're in the house.
I'm out of tea. It's a bad thing.
Well, let me some chai. Not big on a lot of other teas, though, unless it's like iced tea.
I've been creating AI music on Suno. Usually I like to come in here and say, can I get 60 seconds to read a poem? Well, I've upgraded because of Suno, the fastest growing AI music app in the world. And I am one of the number one Suno music publishers, taking the world by storm through my AI promptings and poetry. And I want to thank you all for helping me achieve this high mark of music, production, and creativity. Without Dippity, without the Snatch, I never ever would have come to this brilliant, genius, fortuitous moment of Suno.
Yay! I don't know why, but I kind of like being a part of that.
Hey, Deputy, do you know the secret to making a fluffy omelet?
Whip, and whip some more.
That is actually one secret, and you are right. Getting that air into the egg is important. Whisk, whisk, whisk until your wrist is weakened. No, there's another way.
Pancake batter?
Nope. You have two choices. You can use 1/8 of a teaspoon, this is for one omelet, of baking powder, or 1/8 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar. And that will make your eggs fluff.
I love it.
Violently fluff.
Okay, hold on. I gotta send myself that so I don't forget because I love me some fluffy eggs. And I will reply.
You know, when I make an omelet, it's all in my wrist. The way I manipulate the pan, and then I curdle it, and I let the egg yolk just, pocket, and then I move it, then I pocket, then I move it, and then then I do a flip, and then I curl it back to the side of that pan, and then I take my cheese out, place it all over, and then I delicately fold it, and it's so fluffy.
Joe, did you say 1/8 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar?
Or baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon. You can make a mistake and put more than that in. It doesn't hurt it.
Okay.
1/8 of a teaspoon is cream.
I have that measurement, believe it or not.
Yeah, I believe it, but it's creepy.
Right?
Hey, Abby.
I probably am a little bit heavy-handed when I do it, so mine is probably more like closer to 1/4 of a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Hey, Abby, I added you on Facebook.
1/4 of a teaspoon.
Hey, Abby.
You have to ration your cream of tartar and your baking powder.
I made an omelet.
And like just anything omelet? I mean, is anything specific inside the omelet?
Yes, it was a purple onion, spinach, omelet with, avocado and balsamic tomatoes on the side.
How does the avocado do though? Like, doesn't it get too mushy, or does it keep its consistency?
Oh, I don't cook the avocado with the omelet. I just put it on the side. I keep it cold.
So, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Everybody look at the chat. No, I was just interrupting real quick in the lull between y'all's conversation. No worries. Keep going.
Wait, what? In the lull between our conversation, what?
Oh, then look at the chat.
Oh, okay.
This happened yesterday.
Fresh avocado with a little bit of lemon is the bomb.
So here I am, Joe, once again in Philly, and you're going to start talking about cheesesteaks, and I'm going to end up in my car driving somewhere to get one.
I think you're going to go to South Philly to see Danny.
I'm going to see Denny, but not at night. Like, I don't think they stay open that late. So this may be like, if it's a late night one, I'm not going to break down and go to Pat's, but like I might drive out to Del Sandro's or something. But if you start talking about it, this is what happened last time. I don't know how many calories later. And it's not like there aren't nice restaurants to sit and have like a good steak, but it's
On the main line, you can't find a steakhouse?
I know I'm not. I'm actually down on the square. Yeah, there's great steakhouses. There's actually probably too many steakhouses here. In these cities that are very ethnic, I wish the steakhouses didn't take over. Like, I wish there's more great Italian and like really keeping with the original ethnic cooking that's here.
You know,
If that makes sense.
yeah, the only, I live so close to Philly, I just don't go there as often as I probably should. But I used to go once a quarter to a law firm there hosted a quarterly franchise meeting in the morning at the Union League. And the Union League is a fucking beautiful place.
I'm a member there. Now you're
Oh.
saying that. Now I'm thinking maybe I should head over, but I'm in jeans, and that it's a whole other situation.
Well, the Palms was only a couple blocks away. The Palms has
Yeah.
good meat.
No, there's better, like Butcher and Singer's better. There's better steakhouses. But now that you just said the Union League, now I'm thinking maybe I have to change my pants and go over there. There's a problem. You can't wear jeans.
I like that place. I really like that place. It's just so old world cool.
So, guys, give you perspective what we're talking about. I'm sure most of you saw the movie Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember Dan Aykroyd, like, is a member of a private club, and they strip him of his membership, and you remember, like, this very austere old club? That's the place we're talking about. They actually used the club for the movie.
It's a Gothic building. It looks like a castle near all these modern buildings, and it's called the Union League. Is when the Civil War was on. That's where they did the conscription, and people signed up to be in the Union Army, and it was the Union League.
And Abraham Lincoln slept there, so to speak. So, I mean, literally was there. So, and it's this private membership club. But what's cool is I can use other clubs around the country with my membership. I just always forget to. But they did put a restaurant on the roof that you can go in more relaxed clothes. The dress codes though are a pain in the ass because people don't dress like they used to. You know, especially West Coast people were in jeans all the time.
Yeah.
And
I do, Abby. I dress properly.
Wasn't there something that just happened in the news with the Department of Transportation telling people to dress well when they travel?
Yeah, but they just, it's like a recommendation. It's not like it doesn't sound like a rule to me.
Do you guys dress when you travel?
I do.
It depends on what I'm doing upon arrival.
I mean, I don't mean dress formally, but I think what he was saying is don't go in sweatpants.
You should wear a collared shirt when you're on a plane. Man, for God's sake.
I do it strategically, Abby, because I only like to do a carry-on. So I wear a jacket. I wear either nice jeans or dress slacks, and that's part of what I'm wearing while I'm where I am, so I can mix and match shit, and I don't have to I can just do a carry-on. So it's more strategic than anything else.
I would never leave the house with sweatpants on. And if I do, there's a fire or something in my building. I had to evacuate or something. That's the only condition. I would never. I couldn't imagine. I think it's disgusting when I see it out in the public. Where you go in a Walmart? The only place that's acceptable is Walmart. Ugh.
Yeah, well, people fly gross now. And first of all, the whole concept of getting on an airplane in shorts is weird for me because I don't know who was on that seat or what's on that seat. And I'm going to be there for a while. And so that part, I never really understood. But people, there used to be some kind of dress code on airplanes. And I've seen videos where if you're too skimpily, is that a word, skimpily, dressed, they can ask you to leave. But it's interesting for a man to wear a collared shirt. I agree. I think they should. But they don't. They wear warm-up track suits, things like that.
Oh no, I kind of like to be comfortable on a flight. I get it. In my dad's generation and his dad's generation, men would dress up in suits and have a hat and.
Hey, if your suits and your blazers and your slacks are not comfortable and they're your nice clothes, you're buying the wrong clothes. You got a really shitty tailor.
I don't have a tailor. I just wear a pair of khakis and a button-up shirt?
That's great. If you fly in that, that's great. That's like perfect.
As long as the khakis aren't pleated, you only can do plain fronts.
Oh no, I'm not that brave.
Have you ever had to be on an airplane next to a stinky person?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a Rastafarian next to me one time, and it was awful.
I'm just thinking about all the army soldiers that I was sitting next to on the C-130.
I mean, that's kind of racist. I'm just saying.
No, the stinky part was bad. I don't give a crap about the dreads.
Yeah, if you don't have good hygiene, man, that's
the dreads is what smelled.
I've been
or
around
the fact
other.
they didn't put on deodorant.
I've been around other Rastas that had dreads and they did not stink.
You know
No,
what?
I was on a flight, a long flight, leaving Hong Kong, coming back to the States, and there was a guy. I don't want to say what his nationality was, but he wasn't from Hong Kong and he wasn't from the U.S. And he stunk. Like the BO was so bad, and he stunk up the whole. It was a business class section of the plane, so it's like it was the upstairs of the Cathay, the way they used to design it. So,
yeah, Cathay Pacific. Yeah.
So it's basically like a small cabin because you're not in the big cabin, and it's a small space relatively to the rest of the plane, and it was so disgusting. It was so horrible. The flight attendant.
No escape. No escape.
Well, the flight attendant had a can of Lysol and was like spraying stuff down. I mean, people were gagging from this guy, and this was what 12-hour flight, something like that. Oh, that was the worst. The thing that saved me was Ambien. I just like went out and didn't have to smell them, but that was the worst. It was so bad.
Better living through chemistry. That sucks. I can only imagine.
So I will say, Abby, like I flew Cathay Pacific business class as well from New York to Hong Kong, and I've never like nobody spelled, but
But you know what I'm talking about? It used to be, I don't know how, I haven't flown it in a long time, but they used to have the upstairs, so it was what, the 747?
yeah, the A380, yeah, or the 747, yeah,
Would be the 747. So the upstairs was like a smaller area. So anyway, you could really smell the stink, was the point. It was just horrible. And it, like, you can't kick them off. We had already taken off. But I guess I wonder if they could remove someone if they really stink.
Well, that's where I request a seat in business class or.
This was business class. That's the problem.
Then I want to go back to sitting in regular.
I think like that was one of the things I always wanted to do. Abby was on a 747 British Airways flight, doing the business class in the upper deck. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, some of the A380 configurations had only premium on the upper deck, and so they clearly segregated the two.
But that's my point.
No,
there wasn't a lot of room for the air to flow up there.
Yeah, the British Airways 747 was the upper deck was business class.
Yeah, that's true, but it was a different design.
Anyway, the other question is, when you're in a situation where someone stinks, this is another thing that's happened to me, where I'm trying to think how many years in practice, maybe practicing law like 4 or 5 years. So I was relatively young, and my secretary stunk, like really stunk. And the senior partner of the firm, and she was a good secretary, she was from Ireland. And the senior partner said to me that I either had to fire her or tell her to bathe. But he wasn't going to put up with it. His office stunk too much. So that was horrible because, like, I had it on me. I had to tell her that she smelled. It was the worst thing. I don't know if any of you have ever had to do that or tell someone, but it's not easy.
I had a very similar situation. So my boss had called me in and said that there had been complaints about the odor coming from one of the employees, and that I had to sit down and talk with him to explain the situation. But I was also told that HR had a lot of concerns about how I approached it, because I had to be very careful.
It's an HR nightmare.
Oh, it was a total nightmare, because they really tied my hands, because you have to be very careful in how you approach it and being critical, because it may be related to a medical issue, and then if it's related to a medical issue, you have to treat it differently. So I had to first, I didn't even want to have this conversation, but I had to first try to probe him in a non-confrontational way to find out if there may be some medical issues that could be related before I could have any, discussion about changing his his situation.
Not only medical issues, there are even ethnicity issues.
Well, yeah.
It's a discrimination lawsuit waiting to happen.
I mean, that's what's so crazy. So this, for me, it was so many years ago. It was before real HR kicked in and Me Too's and any of that stuff. So you just basically said it. You weren't going to get sued.
I mean, what do you call that, Shanty Irish?
No, I'm very lucky because the employee was very cooperative. He admitted he had a problem, and that he let his, something was going on in his life. He let his situation down, and he would change. But yeah, it was a nightmare for like a week or 2 weeks, I'd say.
This girl just didn't bathe. She didn't use deodorant at all. So I also had it years later. I had an au pair that stunk. And so it was really horrible because my kids were babies, and my kids would, she'd have her arm around my kid's head and you could smell it. With her, part of the problem was not so much she bathed every day, but she didn't dry clean. Like her clothes smelled, and the problem was in the clothing. I just kept buying her bottles of perfume and deodorant to try to get rid of the problem.
Yeah, I usually subcontracted those episodes to the HR group and told them to take care of it.
So what are you supposed to say? How do you approach it today?
I don't say anything. I send them to HR and make somebody like Serendipity do it.
Okay, Serendipity, is she on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
What are you supposed to say today when someone stinks?
You ask first if it's smegma.
Oh, good God.
I remember what they told me is that first I had to delicately dance around the issue if the person had any types of medical issues that we needed to know about or should try to address or whatever.
Another reason to subcontract and outsource it to the HR department. They can do those delicate things. And also it creates neutrality. You don't have to have any kind of awkward situation with the people that you work directly with. The HR department is already despised and hated, so it works out for everybody.
Let's not forget that we are in a room called Got Snatched. And so sometimes ladies claim that they don't need to use soap because that would upset the biodome of their flora. Now, ladies, I challenge you, is soap necessary in the snatch?
All right, now I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, just so. Don't be.
I apologize for the intrusion. This is Clubhouse HR. Is butterfly making anyone feel uncomfortable?
Well, only because I could smell your smegma through the phone.
I think everyone. But you should be used to that.
So I will tell you that I do carry whenever like I'm in stores and they give me all the samples of the perfume. Whenever I get like especially because I travel in the Middle East a lot, I'll get samples of like the heavy oud stuff that's really strong. I carry it in my purse, and when I'm in the casinos, you get heavy smokers and it's gross, and you just got like heavy smoking on you. I will spray disgusting oud perfume all around me to like be off-putting to the smokers. So that's definitely something I do.
Maybe you should start carrying snuff or smelling salts.
No, I want. I mean, they've screwed up my airspace. I want to do the same back to theirs.
Oh, that's okay. You can do that too. I just think in addition, carrying smelling salts or snuff.
But with all due respect, if they're smoking cancer sticks anyway, they don't care what your shitty perfume smells like.
Exactly, but sometimes they, I'll see them sniffing around like, what is that disgusting? And it's oud. Like, I don't know if you know what that is. It's just the strong perfumes, but it does sometimes. It will ward away the evil smokers.
Abby, I was in San Diego once, and
Wait away smokers from where?
Abby, I went out on this date with a cool chick who worked in the casino industry, but she lived in San Diego and she worked with casinos or private like casinos in the San Diego area. She was technically like a hostess, I believe.
No, there are lots of there are Indian tribal casinos near San Diego, or near like Temecula, in that area. Pala, I forget all the names of them. There's California's got a bunch of casinos, but they're tribal. So that's probably where she worked. She lived there.
That's right.
Docs.
Docs.
David, when was the
No,
last?
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're sitting, like, if you're at a slot machine and the person next to you is like driving you nuts with tons of smoke, that is a method, the perfume method.
No, I bet it does work, but I'm just like thinking, man, some of the smokers that I've run into, I'm like, if you can't smell yourself, you ain't smelling shit, because they smell like a burnt ashtray.
Well, and Nick, can I ask you a question? Like, what perfume, or not perfume? What smell do you?
Spit it out, David.
The lingering cigarette smell that will follow all of these people to their grave.
That was the best David Bobadilla question ever. David's whole question. What
The
smell?
operative word, Nick, is acrid. That's what stale cigarettes smell.
Yeah, but as a male, right? Like you don't have perfume. You have
Cologne?
Yeah, cologne. Yeah, there you go.
You can buy cheap
Oh,
cologne
man.
at CVS and you're all set.
David almost didn't complete a sentence again. Oh, I'm so glad to be here to help you.
Yeah, but David, putting cologne on a smoker is kind of like polishing a turd, right? It still fucking stinks, dude.
Doesn't the Park MGM have a smoke-free casino?
Yeah, we're
The
starting to
Park
have.
MGM is all smoke-free. Yeah.
We're starting to have more and more of the newer properties, but that inside little Vegas tip, if you want to play a looser area slots, you're probably not going to go to one of the newer properties to do it. Just saying, you're going to go where people have no teeth. They're probably, most of them are meth addicts, and
Those are customers you're talking about, Abby.
I am. But
I think the
inside tip.
I think the Plaza has some dedicated smoke-free slots. So.
Yeah, there's smoke free, like a lot. That's like a newer thing, but remember for us that like if we just go out to get a drink at a local bar,
David needs a drink free. Is there a drink free casino for David?
Well,
No.
there is the plot. There, first of all, my favorite. Okay, never mind, guys.
Good one,
Are you
David.
saying the Plaza downtown? That's actually owned by a really great Jewish guy.
No, I was
by the way.
thinking like
I'm gonna tell you.
the Plaza in New York City.
Oh, the old Plaza, the Plaza Hotel. You're talking about?
Was that owned by like Donald
It
Trump?
was owned by Trump, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we used to
local.
go up there when Trump had it. He had the casinos, And my friend Rogers, who was president of one of the Trump properties, his wife and I used to go up, and we got, they would give us comp beautiful suites there, and it was popular. A lot of Atlantic City people would go up there. Then they had the Trader Vic's was in that property. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it was like this fun restaurant
Tiki
that
bar.
used to be there. Yeah, and the Oak Lounge, the Oak Room. It was great back then. Trump had it for a while.
What is the restaurant with the
Vodka can cause brain damage.
No, there's that one restaurant with the
Vodka can cause memory loss.
It's amazing, isn't it? What is it, David? Try to say it. Sounds like
it's the Rainforest Cafe, like that thing. Like I'm thinking.
Antibiotics! Antibiotics!
No, wasn't there Okay, I remember like going to Atlantic City and there was a Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's not the. We're talking about the plaza in New York. You're talking about his Plaza Casino. Which one are you talking about, David? They're two very different places.
Well, the plaza in New York, I've been there many times, and I remember going to like to get tea service, like in what is the name of that?
Those are called vodka flights, David.
The high tea, the name of the room is
the Russian tea room.
The palm court. Yeah. Like I've done that many times. Yes.
David, do you like flavored vodka?
I have a question. Are casinos exempted from the indoor smoking rules?
Yeah, you can smoke in the casinos, and you can smoke, but you're talking about like by food operations and stuff.
You can smoke at the airport in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
we call them the Kevorkian rooms, the places that you go to smoke. When you can play slots in the airport, those rooms.
I guess I never paid attention. Cigarette smoke doesn't really bother me. I don't like it. I don't like smelling like it after I'm around it, but it doesn't really bother me.
We smoke cigars at the casinos.
Joe, don't you know the saying? If she smokes, she pokes.
I'm smoking a cigar right now.
My mom, back when you used to have smoking section in restaurants, my mom used to say a smoking section in a restaurant is like a peeing section in a pool.
What about like
funny? That's a good one.
That's pretty good. I like that.
What about the smoking section on a plane? Like, how bad was that?
Well,
it was scary.
I'll tell you the funniest one I ever experienced. I went to Poland. Oh God, this is a long, long time ago. And I went on Lot Airlines, which I think it's still flying. It was their airline. And the smoking section was one side of the plane and the other side wasn't. Like in American planes, usually smoking was up front. If I remember, as a kid, the smoking was up front, or smoking was segregated. So either it's all the way in the back or it's up front. But on the Polish one, it was the left side was smoking. So go figure that out.
So I was when I was in Qatar, and there was a smoking room. I remember like every time I fly in Doha, there was be like a smoking room.
We have smoking rooms. So Vegas has smoking rooms at the airport, and in the smoking rooms are slot machines.
David, what did you go to Doha for?
I was
He's a spy. He's a spy.
Allegedly.
Well, he won't be able to write any reports with the amount of vodka he drinks.
Well, the airlines found out that once they banned smoking, that they ended up saving a ton of money. So they were very appreciative of the ban.
Abby, don't you think slot machines?
Also, I remember when I was in
Doha?
No, when I was in Dubai, like the Emirates, like you can smoke in the airport. Like you can what? You can smoke in the airport in Dubai?
Camels are 25%
like a
off.
smoking lounge, yeah. Oh, okay, I don't remember.
Abby, don't you think that slot machines are basically just big cell phones? Don't you think all those losers that play slot machines, what they don't realize is they are putting their money into a giant video game, which is a huge cell phone, and all the lights and the dazzling. They're so stupid. They're like, that's why I say all communication is hypnosis. A slot machine is a perfect example of hypnosis.
It's a fabulous thing, please.
No, the technology is amazing, but is it not just a shitty video game and a blown up cell phone? Because you could play a slot machine app, and so my point is, people are.
That's your opinion.
It is my opinion.
If you want to sit in your bathrobe
But-
and play at home, or if you want to,
Well, the math-
socialize, or and it's a different experience, obviously. And some people prefer the poker slots, which there is some skill with respect to that.
I mean, it's a social game, but people are, I think they have such low dopamine and low intelligence that there are losers out there that sit at a slot machine and think, because of the dopamine feedback loop, that they have a chance of actually winning and beating the odds, which mathematically, the law of large numbers, you're a schmuck.
You think so? You think that people don't win?
No, of course they do, but I'm saying if you look at the back of a scratch lottery ticket and you read the odds out loud, you'll realize that you have to buy 15 tickets just to break even. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I'm an idiot. What kind of an idiot even gambles?
I don't know. It pays my mortgage, so I'm really happy people play, basically.
Well, of course you are. You're higher up on the food chain.
Entertainment for some people.
That's what I'm saying. It's entertainment and it's socialization.
Guys, so
there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying when I'm amazed.
How many years, John, you're a smart guy. How many years have people been gambling in society?
Oh, thousands of years, without a doubt.
It goes back to and in almost every culture, correct?
Yeah, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. What do you think the dreidel is? Those are Jewish dice.
Good point. Good point. In Asian society, it's like almost like religion.
I think it gives these people like a few moments of a dream that, hey, maybe I'll hit it big and get the big jackpot.
John, how many accounts am I going to have to friend you back on? For the love of fucking God, buddy, this is like a gamble.
This is
Joe,
my
I'm going to
video
find something
game.
to eat. Thank you very much.
I would rather play this game. This is why Abby's here. Abby would rather play this game on this app than, get dopamine from some crappy casino app.
Why do you think I don't do both at the same time?
Oh, maybe you do.
So you're my video game now. This is cool because I don't even like video games, but that's all right.
I just view
That's
every.
like blasphemy.
Hey, Abby,
Some people like.
Abby, where are you in Pennsylvania right now? Oh, you're in Matrix.
Maybe David and be like docs.
Well, she doesn't live in Pennsylvania. She's not being doxxed.
I'm kidding. Where did David go, anyways?
He got tired of us, thankfully. No, there's a restaurant you have to go to. It's not that far. It's in Charlestown, Maryland. It's called the Wellwood, and it's originally an old honey lodge that Teddy Roosevelt used to go to, and John F. Kennedy used to go to.
World.
And it's just a cool restaurant with excellent food, and it's probably
See the world.
40 minutes from Philadelphia.
Well, I tell you,
That's not Maryland. That is West Virginia, where that is.
No, it's Charleston.
Right on the border.
No, the Wellwood that I'm talking about is in Charlestown, Maryland. I go there. It's about 15 minutes from my house.
well, maybe your house is in West Virginia and not Maryland, but
I'm gonna have to check on that.
Hey, Joe, you got any extra gift cards?
No, but I'll tell you something that surprised me. I went to Cirque du Soleil tonight, and it was a great time. But before the show and during the intermission, the drinks were all free, the popcorn was free, and the macaron, which is usually kind of a semi-expensive food, all free. So I was like, isn't there stuff? Usually the stuff that's very high margin, and they're giving it all away for free.
My question to you is: the ticket was how much? $200 starting, give or take, correct?
What is it? I don't know how much the tickets are, but
well, I've been to. I was going to share a little bit about Vegas because I remember my first time going to Vegas was somewhere in the mid '90s. Bush performed for the first time at the Joint at Hard Rock Hotel. And
George Bush?
No, Bush the band. Yeah, the '90s band. Gavin Rossdale. Not George Bush the band. That is funny though. That would have been hilarious. But I would not have paid for a ticket. Got a machine head.
I don't know.
But I remember the quarters dropping, $50 dropping, and silver dollars dropping out of the machines. And talk about how that could be addicting to the ears. Although the problem, see, I'm not a gambler. I had fun playing. I was the guy who would go to the shows and eat at the really nice restaurants and enjoy the amazing spas when I was in Vegas. That was definitely my flow. But I would bring I had a secret to the whole thing. It was simple as this. I had whatever I was going to bring. If I was going to play on the machines a little bit, sure, I'd put a certain amount aside. So, for example, $50, right? That was my money to play with. And when it's gone, it's gone. So every time I won, half of what I won would go into a separate purse. And until I ran out of my original purse, I keep playing. And every time I won, I keep putting half of my money to the other purse until it ran out. Till the playing money ran out and the purse money stayed. And then I was done. So I'd always come out with at least equal or more every time. It was the safest way to play. It was kind of more like a long-term investment kind of type of playing. But God, I'd go to sleep and I'd hear the damn money ching, 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 ching in my sleep the whole fucking night. I swear to God, it was crazy. And I'm like, oh, I could see how people could get addicted if they were, I could see how that sound would pull them in. Now it's a stupid little printout thing. But can you imagine having silver dollars falling out of the machine? Like, oh my God. I mean, I liked when the money was actually coming out of the machine. So that compared to some stupid app and playing some online thing, or going to an actual card table and playing. See, the card tables, blackjack was different. See, with blackjack, I didn't want to waste my time. I was all in. If I had $50 and I decided that's what I was going to do, I just do $50 all in. And if I doubled it, great. I just put the $50 in my purse, the other 50 to continue to play with, whether I wanted to stay there and do another hand at blackjack. I at least had my original 50 already secured. But that was my game on it. But Vegas is interesting though. But I've been to a lot of the, I've been to Mystere, I've been to I did the Beatles one, I did the Chris Angel show. I went to the, I went to another one too. I can't think of it. It's the one that's where there's nudity, the naughty one. And at the time when I went, it was about $100. So I'm guessing it's about $200 for a ticket. That's why I asked you, Euro, how much the ticket.
You know what? I looked it up. I looked it up while you were talking.
Yeah.
So the tickets were $400 a piece.
Holy
So.
shit. They went up a lot. So they're literally 4 times the amount. So that stuff you're getting is not free. You're paying for that. That's pretty much it.
Well, yeah.
We weren't giving free back then. We weren't getting all those. Drinks. You were not getting free drinks.
But I tell you, it's a really nice. It was really nice.
Drinks.
No charge for the drinks and no charge for, like I said, they had like different types of pastries and macaron and popcorn and all kinds of fun stuff. And they had this was in Paris, by the way, and it was called a VIP section, and I'm looking it up. Yeah, that we had access to a lot of things. I didn't take advantage of all of them, but like you get a chance to get like photos with the with the artists and stuff like that.
Do you still get free drinks when you're out gambling at the machines? Do they still give you free drinks when you're playing?
I don't know. I haven't gambled in a long time.
It's a right. It's a right.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Yeah.
But I
That's what I
wish
used to do.
They'll
Abby
give them to
was
you in
still
the
in here.
tiniest glasses.
Tell me more.
Wait,
I'm
yeah,
down.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
fine.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I wish Abby was still in here because, like, you would find all of us walking down through the tunnels from hotel to hotel so we don't smell like marijuana when we walk out. Because if you go to Vegas now and you're trying to get down the street to another hotel for a conference, you end up smelling like weed, which is, to me, quite embarrassing. And I don't even smoke weed. But I don't want to smell like that shit.
Allegedly.
So you'd find us down the
Rivers
tunnels eating some.
Casino.
That
Well,
makes
next
sense.
time I go to Vegas, I'm going to do this park MGM. I love the idea.
What's
Rivers
changed a
Casino
lot? I got married at the
played
Bellagio in 2001. I got married at the Bellagio. We had the whole kid and caboodle. We had our wedding, our after wedding party, whatever you want to call it. It was at the Le Cirque for 12 people, and that was like a $5,000 meal at the time, probably $10,000 today. I mean, I feel like an old man now. Somebody going, "Oh, I remember it was $100 to go see, Cirque du Soleil. Now it's $400, But what I was talking about with my game playing is one of the things I would do is I go to like the cheap machines, and I would look for the waitress. And I would I'd make sure to plan my ass, like I'd find her, like just when her back's turning, and get right to a machine right behind her, and go, "Hey, can I have a drink?" Because that was always how you got the free drink. So I always knew how to game the drinks and game the system in there I wasn't stealing anything, I just was taking advantage at the highest end of my experience. But I was there.
Nice,
It's funny,
funny
I haven't been there for so long, so it sounds like everything's changed. I mean, I'm in California.
Let me ask you, how was it
Yeah.
playing penny slots? Because, that was a long time ago when they had penny slots.
Yeah, well, I live near the Shumash Casino in Santa Barbara County. I used to work at a a long time ago. I worked at a restaurant nearby there, and I'd take my tips and go there. And it was only after a few times where I lost all of my tips going to the Shumash Casino in San Ynez, California, where I just felt like I just felt gut punched when I lost all my money. It was only $50, $60 in tips as a busser at the point, and then at a certain time I started serving, and then I just got smart and I started taking my money to the strip club, and then that's what got me my gig DJing for 12 years at the strip club later on. But
You remember when we were all going into Vegas back in February? I don't know if you ever made it or not. I had to cancel. Gave my tickets away. Or well, not tickets, but my hotel reservation. Because I wasn't paying Grant any money. But nobody ever made it back to their fucking rooms.
Sean, did
I
you?
was like,
Beth,
guys.
I hate to interrupt. Beth, Sean, did you just say you were a busboy and went broke at a strip club?
I went broke at the casino, and then I decided if I'm going to go broke, I'm going to go broke buying lap dances. But nice enough. Continue, please. Fucking John.
These little assholes wouldn't get back to their rooms. I'm like, you guys are staying at like the cheesiest place you can stay at, and you can't make it back to your rooms. Like, come on now. Figure out where you're going. No, I'm glad I gave away. I felt bad because my father-in-law passed and I had to fly to New York, but I was just like, can you imagine, Joe, us being stuck with all those little fuckers for all weekends and never make it? It was like the hey.
I've been to Vegas so many times, but I never paid for it. I was always on an expense account. So I wasn't paying for the hotel, I wasn't paying for the food, I wasn't paying for shit. So I always had like $1,000 I could go gamble because I said, well, you know what? It would have cost me $1,000 to come here. And sometimes I come home with money, sometimes I didn't. But I never paid for shit.
Well, you know what the biggest Jewish dilemma is? A free ham sandwich.
Stuff in Vegas back in the day. I don't think it's as free as it used to be, though. Like back in the 90s, at least, or at least I can recall.
It's watches all the card players.
Joe, is that what people call people who think they can count cards?
I don't count cards, but anyway, the guy in charge would come over and said, would you like to have dinner? And he just would make dinner at their fine dining restaurant. It was awesome.
One of my favorite go-to places that I went to at least 3 times, and maybe 6 or 7 total trips I went to Vegas from the 90s to mid 2000s was Delmonico Steakhouse.
What do you usually get? A New York strip?
Not here, something. It was a really good restaurant, but I love the Venetian because it always felt like daylight, and I think the whole play on the daylight kept you awake longer. I thought that was brilliant. It was brilliant because you felt like you were in Italy. I loved the Venetian.
Yeah, Sean, that was a trick question. The Delmonico is a New York strip.
Oh yes, it is a New York strip. Yeah, you know the steakhouse I'm talking about? Did you ever get to go there?
No, I know what it is, and I've been to the Venetian, but I've not been to the steakhouse. I know some stayed at Caesars and Bally's, and when the cafe, when the Rio Hotel was open, I used to stay there. I love the Rio Hotel. I believe that was a good hotel. It was off the strip, but it was a nice hotel.
Is the Rio still there, or do they knock that down or rename it, rebrand it? What is the deal there?
I know they closed it for whatever reason. I don't know what the status is.
No, I mean, I stayed at Circus back in the day when it was actually semi-cool.
Can anybody else?
I'm with you.
Can anybody else drink A1 steak sauce right out of the bottle? Because I can't.
Oh my god. There's nothing I've ever paired ever in my life ever again. Like,
John,
my
stop doing that. Don't be drinking A1 steak sauce out of the bottle. Oh, for the love of heavens. I do like it, but
You like it, Beth? Really? You like A1 steak sauce? That's gonna be a shitty ass steak. I'm just saying. That's a crappy steak.
Just thinking about it makes my mouth all wet and salivary. I'm like a Pavlovian dog with a bell. Just say A1 steak sauce, my mouth just gushes with saliva.
what I agree with. I actually really did like Bally's. I don't stay there. I don't even think it's there anymore. I haven't been in 3 years, but they're knocking down all those like big hotels and rebuilding. No, Bally's used to be my go-to. And then I love Mantley Bay.
So it looks like the Rio is going through a major renovation, but it is still open during the renovation. And it looks like they got 10,000 square meters of the casino floor has been refreshed.
They have a nightclub they did on the top of the building. Excellent house band. The guys were so good. And we hung out there. It was $100 for the cover charge. Now the nightclub in the basement, you had to pay a cover. It was much more expensive to drink down there.
You know, on the strip, they're building I think it's a 4-story, maybe it's taller. It's either 4 stories or more. In-N-Out Burger. I'm like, what are you going to do with a 40? You only make so many different items. It's burgers, you're crying out loud, but you're going to do a 4-story In-N-Out Burger. I was like, wow, funny. Apparently, it's very important to people in Vegas.
I don't see what people see about In-N-Out.
I don't either.
It's a regular hamburger. Like to me, it's. I don't get it. You're in and out of the bathroom after you eat it. Like I don't know. I don't get what the thing is. I've eaten a lot of hamburgers. Okay, being your favorite president, right? We like McDonald's. We love McDonald's. As you remember, I worked there longer than Kamala. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you on In-N-Out. It is overrated, but the burgers are very good. Well, my complaint with In-N-Out, the French fries are always limp, wimpy French fries.
Hello?
Yeah, the fries are crap. And you know what? Five Guys fries can eat it.
Five Guys
Guys. Five Guys is like a gender right for it's like they turn their Five Guys. They turn their fries into like grease sponges.
So where I live, the burger places are offering 3 stories and 4 stories. I know the Five Guys it's at least 3 stories. It might be 4 stories.
Plus, it's a lot of dude.
Now that's a tasty burger.
I don't mind to say I live in Florida, the only state that actually matters. But, what part of the country do you live in?
What are you asking?
I don't know, not me. Chicken fries. I think you should respond to you, girl.
Oh, I'm in Paris. So, like McDonald's is 3 stories or 4 stories.
Paris, Washington.
Oh, Cheval.
No, Paris, EU.
Oh, like, okay, you need to say Paulita.
And so it's not unusual at all for fast food places to be.
Girl, how would you say the body odor is in those places?
I think it's fine. Well, to be honest, like these burger places at 3 or 4 stories, I mean, it's mostly tourists, to be honest. It's like,
Is it halal?
Hello. Like 3 or 4 stories in the Champs-Elysees, so it's a very touristy area. It's a,
In India as well, they have curry burgers over there, you know. They have curry. It's very good. It's curry. Would you like a curry dip with your french fries? Oh, yes. Smells like an...
Can I get the garlic butter naan with my chicken mukhi?
It's actually the most profitable and most visited McDonald's in the world. So
I am not surprised. My grandparents went to, I don't know why, Keystone. I have no answers to this day. My grandparents took a trip to Moscow back in the early 90s. It was sometime around when the McDonald's first opened in Moscow. They went to some kind of a ballet or play where Gorbachev was up in the where basically where Abraham Lincoln got shot. And basically, the way they explained it to me as a kid, they were in the same whatever you call that, the theater, not where Abraham Lincoln got shot per se, 'cause that would be the U.S., but something similar. They said they painted it to me. They said they were in this theater watching a play. I don't remember what the play was, but Gorbachev was out there. They said when they finished, they decided that they wanted to get in line in cold ass Moscow, fucking freezing, waiting 4 blocks down to eat at McDonald's, and then they said it was absolute garbage. I don't know why. It's like when I was in Italy, I wanted to have authentic Italian food, and they constantly, the locals wanted to like send me to fucking Burger King. So I'm like, no, I don't care about that. I want the real shit. Not this. I don't want American crap.
we had something similar to happen here. Like we didn't have Burger King for many years, and then it just opened like a few years ago. And when it opened, for some unknown reason to me at least, like they would have incredible lines, and they would have to like hire security to man the lines because it would go.
This message is brought to you by Steak Shake. Use coupon code SteakShake tonight for 25% off at your local Steak Shake. Steak and Shake.
It was crazy popular. Everybody wanted to go to Burger King for some reason.
Did you ever go to Quick in
Yeah, I've been to Quick. Yeah.
How was it?
I mean, to me, they're like, they're all the same pretty much. I mean, I'm not that impressed by Five Guys. I don't know why people love Five Guys so much.
Yeah, for Five Guys.
You should try 6 Guys, bro.
Yeah, extra pair of hands, the burger's a little bit better. No, we did a consulting job for Quick,
Never mind, I could say. Okay.
and it was an interesting engagement. We charged them a lot of money, and we were doing because I worked for Harvey's and Carlos Jr. We didn't have anything in Paris or in France or Belgium, so it wasn't a conflict, and they wanted to pay us money, so did.
Joe, you know that show, Restaurant Makeover, Joe? How much do you think, psychology and attitude plays into the makeover of a restaurant that's failing, Joe?
A lot, and almost all of them after they make them over fail. They just did a show back in July here where I live in Havertys, Maryland, and I haven't watched the episode yet. And the restaurant is doing worse after the makeover. Gordon Ramsay.
I was gonna say that's one burger that I kind of liked was when I've done the Gordon Ramsay burgers in London, and I was actually a really good deal.
So I'm curious, Callie, I've not heard from you. What is your favorite? Like, if you were to do a fast food burger and fries, what is your go-to if you're gonna have one? What would you do?
Hey, I've been running around doing stuff around here. And then I've been listening. You're talking about fast food favorites?
Yeah, what's your go-to? What's your favorite go-to burger and fries?
Oh, go-to. You know what? It used to be a place that's not here anymore where I live called Backyard Burgers. And I don't know where their headquarters is, but they had the best burgers and they were so good with sweet potato fries. And they also had cobbler. It was so good, so good. But now, I guess my favorite place. I don't really have fast food that often.
Do you ever go to Farmer Boys?
We don't have that here. What's that?
That's in California, Nevada.
No. Sounds good.
Farmer Boys is very good. When you
The Gordon Ramsay street burger, you get a burger, fries, and a drink. It was like 15 or 20 pounds, in London, which is a great price. And the burgers are really good quality. And you could get a cheese curtain, I guess it's called, over the burger if you want, which was really good.
It was called a curtain.
I think that's what it's called,
That's
isn't
really
it?
interesting.
Yeah.
Cheese curtain.
Describe
sounds
a
like,
curtain.
STD.
Describe a cheese curtain, so because I don't know what it is.
Well, I guess they. I'm not a cook, so I don't know how they do it, but I guess they cook the cheese over the burger in such a way that it forms like a little solid layer or something. It's very tasty.
What I was thinking you were saying, and would be taking the cheese and actually cooking it in a pan, and then getting a spatula and taking it out and laying on top of the burger. That kind of makes sense to me. Would it be? Do you think it might be that?
It might be how they do it. I know that when it's finished, it's like I even had people in the restaurant are even taking pictures of it for Instagram. It looks great and it tastes great when it's finished.
Does it have a little bit of a crunch to the cheese?
Yes.
That's probably how they're doing
Ooh,
it.
that sounds good. I guess nowadays there's this Greek place close by that I love their grilled chicken heroes. I love those, the tabbouleh. And sometimes I'll get their fries.
And you're on the West Coast, Kelly?
I'm on the eastern side of the country.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm on the East Coast, obviously, in Maryland.
Oh, you are?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in Maryland on the Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, wow.
So I looked it up on the internet. Cheese curtain is melted cheese that drapes over the sides of the padding, forming a soft curtain effect.
Wow. Okay.
I learned something, and it sounds delicious.
Does sound good. It kind of reminds me of a blooming onion, but you know what? I'd rather just go for onion rings rather than a blooming onion. You ever heard of a blooming onion?
Yes, I've had them.
Never had it.
They're like grease bombs at Outback Steakhouse.
They are, exactly. That's exactly. You read my mind. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Joe. Yeah, we don't. I don't know where I live. A lot of the fast food joints don't survive here. The new thing that's coming in is okay. So we had we literally got destroyed. We had like 4 different businesses that opened up offering hot chicken. The only one that's still surviving here is Dave's Hot Chicken and Jaybirds, which is definitely California, Long Beach originally, with Jaybirds.
Dave's started during COVID.
Right.
They built like crazy, and they just got bought earlier this year for $1 billion.
Oh wow, jeez. So the new trend. What is the new trend? I just got my hair done, and my hairstylist was telling me about it. Shit, I can't remember now. I know that we were talking about Lululemon. We were talking about fitness wear, Lululemon and Athleta. And I was saying I'm shocked that our city has not gotten a Viore retail store for fitness wear. But yeah, it's interesting to see how these things come and go. But it's amazing how much money they can sell their businesses for and make a killing out of. We had a winery that just Dow Wineries. They just sold their winery to some corporate person, which is going to destroy the quality of the wine. I promise you this. Their bottles were average. Basically, their tastings were averaging $50 to $75 for a tasting of like 4 wines. They just sold their winery for $1 billion, which is pretty damn insane for a winery and stuff.
Oh, they must have David Bobadilla's address on file.
Sean, I'm not sure that it's a guarantee that the wine quality will go down. Because some of these large wine groups make some exceptionally good wines. I mean, Mondavi is a huge conglomerate now.
I know they're terrible wine. They're absolutely terrible. I'm a wine snob.
Well,
so immediately, Mondavi is crap wine.
Some of the Mondavi is still good. The higher end stuff is still good. The CK Mondavi, which is not very good, it's like $15-20 a bottle. It's not very delicious. I had what is it called? Ascension. I have a picture of it. I'll find it. Ascension Nap Friday at a fine dining restaurant. And that in a normal restaurant, $200-300 a bottle. At this restaurant, was run by the students at the University of Delaware. They run a fine dining restaurant, and the food is really, really good. But because they want to serve the wines so that the students learn about them, they charge street prices. So the wine is exactly the same price as you would buy it at a wine store or a liquor store. And so it was only $80 a bottle, which is what I could buy it for at the store. But it's very good. I'll find the picture.
We have okay, I don't know if who's familiar.
Wait, Sean, before you say that, David, do you like Pinot Noir or Cabernet Sauvignon more, David Bobadilla?
It's not like a choice. They're both really good.
It depends on the make, the taste. It has to do with a lot of things. It goes down your throat, if it burns your throat or not. A lot of it has to do with the tannins. It's high in tannins. That's why you get that throat burn. That's terrible wine. Anything wine that makes your throat just where you feel like it's bitter in your mouth. But if it's smooth and it tastes good and it improves the taste of the food, it's always a compliment to it. But I'm a Mourvèdre. I love Mourvèdres. I love, Cab Sauves, you can't go wrong with. Cab Sauves here are it's hard for someone to be outstanding with a Cab Sauv than another, but you're talking to someone who drinks, on average, bottles of wine that are $50 to $75.
Well, I make my own apricot wine, tomato wine.
On the East Coast, if they even can get there. But it's hard to, if you like wine and it's imported across all the U.S., it's typically crap. I mean, I think European wines don't even touch what's happening here in Paso Robles. It's better than Napa Valley.
Yeah, I got the name wrong. It's Acumen. I put the picture in the PTR. It's an excellent Napa Valley for the 2019. It's delicious.
You're saying you don't like French wines?
Pairing a red wine, pairing a good wine with a good steak, honestly, like the grandfather of reds would be, Cab is like the son a Cobb Franc. Cobb Franc is the grandfather to a Cab Sauv. When you go into Movettes, that's like that'd be the grandson to those. It's a great.
Give me a DOCG Chianti any day of the week over. I would go a Pinot Noir butterfly before I ever went Cabs out. Like
Buttercup?
European.
Did somebody say Buttercup Pinot Noir?
Buttercup is terrible. It's terrible, right?
I have a cellar full of French wine, and I love French wine.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
good ones.
I like my wine like the way I like my snatch.
From France. If you drink them, if you pick those bottles up in France, it's different than what you're getting commercially imported. Because the time it takes to get there, if the quality is being secured, if it's been exposed to heat, there's a lot of variables there.
Who got snatched?
Totally talk wine.
Who got snatched? David, when was the last time you tasted some snatch, David?
For 27 years.
Yeah,
They're much cheaper in France.
Fresh ones. And some of the better producers, they don't pack their cases vertically. They pack them laid down, and they keep much better that way.
David, when was the last time you tasted some snatch?
That's what the movie Sideways was all about. Sideways about.
Oh yeah, that was
that, which is a fun movie. That was a fun movie, but most people hate it.
Bottle Shock was a great movie too.
Bottle Shock is an excellent movie.
Merlot.
Yes, it did.
Merlot got destroyed because of that damn movie.
Yes,
And let me just tell you, knowing lots of grape growers and wine owners, including wine owner that I actually rent my plotting studio from, Merlots are insane. Chenin Blancs are coming back in a big way. If you don't have a good Chenin Blanc, you're missing out. Pigpull Blancs are an effervescent wine that are like bubbles. I'll tell you, if you find a good Pigpull Blanc, you pretty much almost would have to come here to have one. Tannats, yeah.
They're excellent.
Yes.
They're excellent wines.
Hell
Tannats
yes.
are delicious wines.
But
Mostly a blending grape, but even the ones that are 100% Tannat, if they're good, they're excellent.
when the research one of my favorite out of the bottle show, they don't even have to lay for 10 years or be blended with anything here.
All this wine talk is making me thirsty.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm telling you right now though, like one of my favorite memories is like in Napa Valley with me and my mom over at Sterling Vineyards, right there at the top of the valley, and like overlooking all the vineyards. Like man, like there's so many good wines. Like I would have to say my favorite wine that I can't get here in America was when I was in Germany and I got exposed to ice wine. You ever get any of that? Like, but the same bottle I can get for $30 in Germany, it's $300 here.
Yeah, there's a whole Columbo episode where the whole murder revolves around solving it revolves around the quality of the wine and how to tell when a wine's been spoiled and not spoiled and all these other things. It's pretty wild.
Give me a reason to eat some like bread with oil and balsamic vinegar and give me a good red. Or if I'm doing fruits and cheeses, then yeah, I might go for a Riesling or something like that.
Just sprinkle the hors d'oeuvres all over her snatch.
Excellent Riesling.
I'm down with good wine though. Like that's
Good Rieslings, New York State, excellent Rieslings. The reds, not so much. They do have, Dr. Constantine Franck has a very good Pinot, and it wins awards and it beats California wines from time to time in the awards.
a Grigio or a Noir.
No,
Oh,
You
okay.
familiar with Justin?
I'm not
Justin
big on
Winery.
Grigios.
yes, I am.
Isosceles
No, I haven't.
would be the cream of the crop. The bottles run anywhere from 180, and it's not because of the price; it's because of the taste and the blend. the isosceles. But a lot of people don't know that Justin actually is owned by the Wonderful Company. So if you're familiar with pop,
Oh no!
same people are the owners of that, as well as Fuji Water, as well as Justin. Just to
That doesn't really come from Fiji.
Sean, let me ask you this, Sean.
Yeah. What's up?
A moderately priced Napa Cabernet Jordan. Have you had that?
I have. I
It's
have had
excellent.
Jordan.
Between $50 and $60 a bottle.
Not bad.
It's excellent wine.
Yeah, I definitely don't
know
complain.
why I can't. Like Merlot and Cabs, like between the two, or Moscatos. I don't even. I hate Moscato. Like,
All the sugar.
Dude, I want it to be like I said, the good DOCG Chianti wine. Like my mom took me like the Chianti Hills in Italy back in 04. We spent like months eating gelato and drinking vino. But dude, like, man, I want it to like have like that full bouquet when I'm drinking it in, and when I breathe out, I want it to feel like the desert is leaving my face. Like.
You want the desert to leave your face?
Dude, I love me a good dry wine, man. I don't like sweet wine.
Yeah, I like dry wine too. I'm right with you on that. I do like dry wine.
Sean, what's your opinion of the Italian Super Tuscans?
I haven't had a lot of Super Tuscans, but I'm picky. It's like I'm picky with those as like I'm picky with Chardonnay. I think a lot of Chardonnay tastes like shit. I hate to say it, but I'm a bit bougie with Chardonnays. Those Chardonnays I like end up running $100 a bottle or more.
Yeah, Super Tuscans, they're never DOCG because they can't be, because Super Tuscans have Italian grapes.
These states are the least likely to be audited. Man. You see? Man.
Okay, this is AI music. Here we go. Back into Suno.
To dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Every man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, etch, and mold, build as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will.